peeps, Mr. TC as usual for another idea of housing. As I was telling you last time, I found some very nice upgrade for transform it. Like a desk for my daughter, or even a design table. Alright, come on, I'm gonna show you more. What I really like with this design is the fact that you can constantly change it, improve it, according to the space available. And here note that I will be using a simple piece of plywood to first make the design table, then moving to the top table to make the desk for my daughter. I will first start here by taking the measurements to make sure that the table isn't too large. And as I will be using the same type of plywood to make the tabletop and the design table, I've decided here to take the measurements for both of them and cut at 70 cm. And to make sure that the plywood is high enough while I'm cutting, I'm just using here some scrap wood I had in my shop. Then I'm starting the cutting with my plunge saw. And now that the top are ready, I'm gonna move to make the side. In order to save some wood, please note that here I will be using a simple piece of lumber that I will be first cutting in half. Then tracing one diagonal line on each side to make the cut, once again using my plunge saw. Please note that if your blade isn't long enough, you will have to make the cut on each side. It's not very difficult, but I will advise you to make sure that you are cutting on the same line when you are turning the wood on the other side. Then here we are. Now time to attach each pieces to the top. And to attach them together, I will be simply using here my nail gun. Note that you could also leave the design as it is without adding any back, but for this design, for me, it was very important to add one, as I will be also using it as a support on the workbench. Then again attaching using my nail gun. Alright, here we are. The first part is complete. Then now I will be using my router to round up a little bit the edges. Then using some sandpaper to smooth down a little bit the top. Then time to make the first try on the workbench. And as this part will be a design table, I will be using here a small piece of scrap wood to be as a stopper for my cutting board. Then using some of my fancy painting. And now that the first part is drying, then I move to the second part that will be acting more like a tabletop / desk to round up the edges before using again some of my fancy painting. Then as before, a little bit of sanding before painting it. Even if it wasn't really needed, I've decided here to take the piece of scrap wood that will be acting like a stopper for my cutting mat, then round up the edges using again my router. And now that we have all pieces painted, cleaned, cut and ready, it's time to test them all. First with the cutting mat, then with my little princess with her temporary desk. Remember I told you at the beginning that I've designed it in a way that you can easily fold it? Here you are. First you fold it, you close, then you add the design table on top of it. And of course I will show you more ways to attach them together in the next videos. I hope that you like it. As you can see, it was a very short one, something I wanted to share with you if you decide to transform it yourself. And feel free to use the plan, of course. I'm always making sure to share a plan with you most of the time. And feel free to let me know what you think, or it's working for you, or you would like to improve it. Share some ideas. As I told you at the beginning, I will be sharing even more upgrade, more way to transform this furniture, this workbench / table, because there is much more things you can do with it. And I will be in the next few weeks showing you, even more. And of course, a big thanks to all of you guys, all the active members of this community, like Rohit Sharma, Danny Ranks, Karen Thompson, Marcos Lopez, all of you guys commenting every week, telling me what you think. It's really motivating. So I will make sure to show you even more in the future. Alright? And I'm gonna quickly switch in French for Philippe de Britos, a new French member, commenting and giving us some support from France. So Philippe, merci beaucoup. Ça fait plaisir d'avoir quelqu'un de la communauté française qui nous suit. Et n'hésite pas à me dire ce que tu penses des prochaines vidéos. Allez, merci encore et à la prochaine. And for this creation, note that the plan is not ready yet, but I will make sure to add it to the blog article as usual, so feel free to take a look once in a while. Mr. ETC for another idea of housing. See you next time. And if you are new to the community, don't forget to subscribe before leaving. And have a nice day. Bye.